Straight into our discussion this afternoon. We're starting with rape in marriage, marital rape, if you like. Nollywood actress Bose Oladimeji has disclosed that she's quitting her marriage of 2 years because of the domestic abuse she claims she has been subjected to. According to her, her husband beats and rapes her each time he comes home drunk. Whenever he's drunk, I'm quoting her now, whenever he's drunk, he's out of his senses and starts misbehaving, beating me. He acts very crazy. The actress went on to say she is now scared for her life because according to her, any weapon he sees around, he uses it on me. But when he is sober, he starts to regret whatever he has done. What I'm saying is that in the process of beating me, what if I collapse and die or get injured? What will people say? Bose Oladimeji posted this on social media recently. And of course, social media users, of course, have had something to say about this story. You know, a lot of people say it's not possible for her husband to rape a wife. You know, this is a discussion that's been ongoing that we've never really found, you know, like a proper balance to it. But is there something such as spousal rape? We'll be looking at that on the program this afternoon. But first, so we can set the pace for what we're discussing, let's go and look at this short drama. It's an Indian drama sketch, but subtitled in English, so you'll understand what's going on. We'll be right back.
आ गए आप?
बस ड्रामा करने की जरूरत नहीं है। ये क्या अपने यार के लिए सजी हुई है? इस घर में अब पानी भी खुद लेना पड़ेगा। बहन चोद। चढ़ा के खाना लेके आ। कपड़े खराब कर दिए बहन चोद। यार बिस्तर में ढंग की नहीं है, कम से कम खाना तो ढंग से बना।
जी गलती हो गई।
गलती तो मुझसे हो गई, तुमसे पता नहीं कौन सी मनुष्य घड़ी में मैंने शादी करी थी। ये क्या है, जली हुई रोटी खिलाएगी बहन चोद? हट यार, मैं अपना खाना खुद बना लूंगा। अरे कहाँ मर गई? पैर दर्द कर रहे हैं, पैर दबा। कपड़े उतार।
जी
चल कपड़े उतार।
प्लीज ऐसा मत कहिए।
जुबान लड़ाती है। बहस करती है।
मैं एक नारी हूं और मैं अबला नहीं हूं। ये बात कहने में मुझे गर्व होना चाहिए या शर्म? मैं अपने स्वाभिमान की खुद रक्षा करूंगी या उसका अंत? मेरे मान की मैं खुद नीलामी करूंगी या नीलामी का विरोध? अन्याय करना और अन्याय सहन करना दोनों ही गलत है। बलात्कार चाहे मन का हो, शरीर का हो या आत्मा का, बलात्कार बलात्कार ही होता है। मैं अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़ूंगी, मैं अपने रास्ते खुद बनाऊंगी। मेरे स्वाभिमान के लिए उठाया हुआ मेरा हर एक कदम मेरे नारीत्व को सशक्त करेगा। मैं अपनी स्वतंत्रता की खुद उत्तरदायी हूं। मैं नारी हूं और मुझे नारी होने पर गर्व है।
Tie her to the bed. Like, that's reality. Yes, you caught us chit-chatting there, discussing this issue already. Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, you're watching the Buzz Lifestyle edition of the show, and of course, we're talking rape in marriage, or marital rape, or spousal rape, anyhow you want to put it. Okay, so Maki and Pastor Dolly, we just saw that drama clip of a woman being, in fact, going through every manner of abuse that you can think of. But let's hear your view on this issue of rape in marriage.
Well, I believe, because if we have to go to the definition of rape, it is withdrawal of consent. So no matter who is withdrawing consent and to whom you're withdrawing the consent, withdrawal of consent means withdrawal of consent.
Okay.
So if at a point the woman says no, I think a man should respect the wife enough.
Even if the no is to your husband.
Yes, I believe it's the man should respect the wife enough to stop. And like I always believe too, withdrawal of consent does not just come. There are things that lead to it. Because for a wife to withdraw consent to the husband, there are a lot of things that has gone wrong. It is not just the rape. Before you get to that extent, a lot of things like what we just watched, we saw that how can such a woman have feelings for such a man? How can she want to sleep with such a man?
Exactly.
A man that is seeing her as one of, like, I don't even
An
know.
object.
It's not just, I don't know, well, a useless object, object that is not, that has no what, worthless object in the house. That is the way this man is seeing her. Because sometimes when you even have like this cup in the house, you value it. You will handle it with care so that it doesn't get broken. But in this case, this man has nothing called value for this woman. And so there is no way she can have feelings. There's no way she wants to sleep with such a man because she's already demoralized. She's already been beaten, emotionally beaten, dehumanized. She's not taken in as a human being in any case. So I believe, like the case we even read of this lady that came out to say she wants to divorce her husband. She also see the things she highlighted. So it's not about the rape, it's about what is leading to the rape.
Exactly.
This man also may not be doing it with his clear eye in her own case, because she said whenever the man comes home drunk, such a man can
Any
kill her.
object, anything he sees.
Such a man can kill her. My own advice for such cases is that you are with a madman at home. It is always better you separate first. Separate, give him time to go and deal with his addiction. When you don't deal with his addiction, then you can come back together.
Okay.
But staying with such a man under such condition, for me, it's like committing suicide. That's suicidal. For you to live with a man who will take any object, use it at you when he's drunk. And you can never tell when, okay, man, it makes, like people who just, like we hear people who kill their wives, people who kill their husbands. This abuse has been going on. They be slapping, they be hitting. Once again, they want to do what they are used to do, and that's the end of it.
Exactly.
So you don't wait for that to happen. Since you have an animal living with you in the house, you have to separate first. Let him go and treat that sickness that he's carrying in his life. Then you can come together. If you stay with him, he will not even see the reality of what he has, the problem that he's into.
Okay, Monkey, I want to hear your view, because as you know, spousal rape is, well, until recently that it became an issue, and then CSOs, as civil service organizations, are now beginning to push, you know, for it to be looked at as a crime. It still remains a highly debatable, you know, topic in Nigeria. But what's your view really on that?
Okay, my take on this is I like most times looking at things from the outset, as it were, as in from the beginning. Now, generally, rape itself, even the word is not even friendly in the first place. But then most times it starts from the friendship. There are a lot of things that we condone in friendship. I've been in a church before that I heard a lady say, I feel very okay when the man beats me while making love to me, when he ties me. I have heard a lady say that she enjoys it that way. So in such a situation, what would you do? So it's as if by the time the man, they probably get into marriage, and the man, okay, maybe he's beginning to listen to the word of God, he wants to change, but to satisfy his wife, might probably have to start taking drugs, taking something to make him, put him in that mood to be able to tie her. What happens?
But then that's one out of, you know,
yes, it's not very common.
Yeah.
It's not very common. But what I'm trying to say is the things that we condone, we allow in relationship, and when we get into marriage, we don't want it anymore. It becomes a problem. Because now most ladies want to just get married, and there are a lot of things, a lot of weaknesses the men, you know, display. We overlook them. We think, oh, don't worry, he'll get over it. By the time we start having children, he'll do this. But maybe the man does not have the capacity, does not have the spiritual strength to deal with that, and he allows it into marriage, and it becomes a mountain, difficult to deal with. Now, I'm coming up in my show, I'm coming up with a topic, a series, forces that destroys the vine. One of them can be drinking. If you don't, it's just a glass, just this, but when you get home, it becomes a huge problem. Now, like Pastor said, the best she can do is to separate for now. It might be a curse on him. Who knows where he's coming from? His history, who knows if it's a negative cycle happening in his family that nobody has been able to do anything about.
All right, Moki, I catch your drift, but I want us to be, you know, to stay on what we're discussing. I want a direct answer from you. Do you think that it's possible for a husband to rape a wife?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Without the lady's consent, without the wife's consent, is automatically rape. That's what it is.
Okay, now men seem to view marriage, differently from how women view it. For instance, a man will tell you a wife is his property, and she has no right really to deny him of his rights. Of course, you know what I mean by his right.
Yes.
So when it comes to the issue of withdrawing consent from your husband, can the man really be justified, in forcing himself on the woman, because according to him, it is his right?
Okay, I'll give you this example.
Go ahead.
God owns us. The moment you declare you accept Jesus, you become God's property. You're no more in the world. Now, God still gives you the opportunity to choose.
Freedom of choice.
Yes. It does not force you. So as the man has paid the bride price of the woman, both of them become one. And as they're becoming one, does not take away their individual rights. To say, no, honey, I don't like this. And if you truly love me, you respect my do's and don'ts. That's what keeps the relationship. So the moment you think no, you don't have any right to say no, this is just an abuse. So that's my take.
Pastor Dolly.
I also see it in that light too. Because the fact that she's your wife, you are her husband, doesn't give you the right to use her as a slave. Because if you really want to talk from the Christian perspective, the way the way the Bible in Ephesians described the marriage relationship between the man and the wife, it says the man should love the wife the same way Jesus loved the church. The church is full of weakness. The church is full of imperfection. But Jesus Christ by himself built us, cleansed us, purified us, and is the one that is presenting us to himself. A church that does not have spot nor wrinkle. He bears with our weaknesses. He even overlook our weaknesses based on what he has done. He made the sacrifice to cover up for our weaknesses. So he doesn't count it against us. Because the Bible says God is not counting iniquity against his church. So the husband, if you must be like him, you cannot count iniquity against your church. I am not also advocating for a woman at every slightest opportunity to say no to her husband. No. But the husband must play his part of showing love. Like I've had opportunity of counseling young couples, I always tell them, it is very important that just last Sunday here, I was talking to one young couple. I was telling the young man, the man actually came alone. And I was talking to him, look, you are the one who is going to bring your wife. You are the one who is going to help your wife to even be demanding for it. Because it's not when it is in the night, you just jump up and say, I want to have it. No, it starts from even in the morning. The kind of play you play with her, in the kitchen, in the bathroom. When she's in the bathroom, you still you play kind of play with her. You already preparing ground. At the time you need it, she would also need it. She would also want it when you want it. But if you don't prepare her for it, and you just jump up, she's a human being. She cannot just give in like that. She will withdraw consent. So you must prepare her like Christ always prepared his church to receive his love. The Bible says it is the goodness of God that draw men to him. It is not man's goodness that draw us to God. It is God's goodness that, so you have let your goodness draw your wife, attract your wife, make your wife to always want you to be around, to always want you to always have her.
Okay. All right. For all those who have been calling this line, please, you're not helping me at this point. Don't call the number. The number works. It works, okay? Just send an SMS. Okay. Now, let's bring the legal angle into this for a bit. Now, the Nigerian Criminal Code in Section 357 states that any person who has unlawful carnal knowledge of a woman or a girl without her consent or with her consent, if the consent is obtained by force or by means of threats or intimidation of any kind, or by fear of harm, or by means of false and fraudulent representation as to the nature of the act, or in the case of a married woman, by impersonating her husband, is guilty of an offense which is called rape. Now, let me go further into this. Now, in the Penal Code, Section 2811 provides that a man is said to commit rape who has sexual intercourse with a woman in any of the following circumstances: A, against her will; B, without her consent; C, with her consent, when the consent has been obtained by putting her in fear of death or of hurt; and D, with her consent, when the man knows he is not her husband and that her consent is given because she believes he is another man to whom she is or believes herself to be lawfully married. And E, with or without her consent, when she's under 14 years of age or of an unsound mind. I know that in clear terms, in the penal code, there is no offense of marital rape. But if you do rape your wife, which means if you sleep with her consent, you can also go to jail because there are other factors that can rope you in. So for those who are always thinking they can get away with that, the problem really is that women don't know how far of a right they do have, really. I'm not trying to promote, disunity or whatever. A man and a woman should be in agreement before things can even move forward in the first place. But if you feel because you are a man, then you can force your will on a woman forcefully or by threatening or intimidating her, you're actually overstepping your bounds. All right, Pastor Dolly.
You see, to even say that the women don't know their rights, I don't think that is the case. In most cases, it is the law enforcement agencies that help these criminals to get away with their crime. Because some cases we've heard of cases where people go to police station, girls that were raped, to say I got raped, I even know the person that raped me, and the first thing you're hearing from the police is that why should you dress the way you dress? Why should you look the way you look? It is because of the way you dress. You are the one who gave yourself. It's a family matter. Or from the same street.
Or even if you report it as my husband raped me, then it becomes a case of
what did you marry him for?
Exactly.
On me.
Exactly.
And all that they would talk you down,
realize the whole issue.
Realize the whole stuff, and this thing keep going on and on and on. They say justice denied is justice delayed. Because if you even go to the court, are you going to get justice? How long is it going to take? When people look at all those things put together, they just say, let me just...
Okay, since we're talking about all of these impediments, especially when it comes to getting justice, I have two questions to ask. One, what is the best solution now? Then second of all, what kind of justice really is the woman looking for? For the man to be jailed or hanged? You get what I'm trying to say? So
that is the thing, because at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, if you even go to report your husband to the police, by the design of our society, it's even a big crime of its own.
Exactly.
Because by the time I'm not talking of the man's family, your own family that gave you to the man, get to know that you reported your husband, you went to arrest your husband, you have disgraced them. You have gone against their will and all that. So usually it's not about you. It's about the society. What the society wants you, the way they want you to be shaped.
Maki, you wanted to say something?
Okay, yes. What I wanted to say is, you said, what's the way out? The way out, like we said earlier, is for the lady to leave, to separate for now. I mean, you don't want to stay with a man that mistakenly, because whatever happens, whatever demon that possessed him, it is instantly leave him the moment he's dropped there. That's the truth. So the best thing is to leave for now, so he can come back to his senses. Then wherever you're going to be, keep praying for him. Keep praying for him. Then relate the matter also to the family. This is what's going on. If you've been covering it up over these years or months, you've been trying to manage it and it's not working, then make it open to the family. Whereby, you see, most of the problems we have here is because we are thinking about what the society will say. What the law will say, it's going to be a stigma on him. Tomorrow they're leaving. Don't mind how. That's how she sent her husband to jail. But the point is, if sending him to jail will correct his senses, why not?
Okay. All right, let's look at viewers' response to this. This one says, my suggestion for her is to leave the house while she goes on praying seriously for him, not having the mind to divorce, but to be far and fight with prayer. For the Bible says the enemy has done this. Please stop calling the number. Please, I'm begging at this point, please. All right. This one is saying some men don't like intimacy. This can make a man force his wife. I'm sure that came from a man. All right. Bamshak going from Jos. says, please don't deviate from the Bible. Can a woman sue her husband for a rape case? Why would she deny him at first? Please, there is no rape in marriage. Okay, that's his opinion. Femi Salami from Ikorodu says, it is wrong to forcefully make love with a person, but unfortunately there is no penalty for spousal rape in most countries of the world. Yes, I already said that, including Nigeria. According to the gist, she should save her life by taking a break from the animal called husband. My name is Ayedun Yetunde from Agbado. Don't forget, the case in study is that of actress Bose Oladimeji, who had to actually separate from her husband of 2 years because of domestic abuse and the fact that the man always beats and rapes her every time. Okay, according to Islam, this marriage supposed not to continue. They supposed to be separated. This woman needs to divorce the man. She shouldn't move on with this dilemma. Okay, all right, let's read a couple more. When the woman say no, it's called rape, whether it's a husband or any other person. A man cannot rape his wife because taking what you pay for is not stealing or rape. Oh my word, help me. Coachella says, in all sincerity, most times the way women dress is not godly. So what do you expect? See, most of the musical videos these days is just like watching blue film. Okay, that is still not an excuse to rape anybody, okay, even if she's naked.